Welcome to GMAT24 videos. Today we are going to look at an interesting problem on the GMAT CAT 760 plus range. This problem tests our understanding of two concepts. One is permutation and combinations, but without asking us to apply any complex formulae because it's in the 760 plus range. The second concept would be on geometry, an understanding on congruent triangles. We would not be going in detail about the concepts of permutations and combinations or congruent triangles or geometry per se. This is something that I ask you to do it offline, grab a textbook on mathematics or browse the web and learn some fundamentals about these concepts. But then we're just going to delve right into the problem. The problem reads as follows. The grid of dots below, each dot has equal vertical and horizontal spacing from others. A small 45, 90, 45 triangle is drawn. Counting this triangle, how many triangles congruent to this one can be constructed using the dots in the grid? So take a moment to understand. The question has been also posted on the comment section of this video, so please try to solve this on your own. If you're not able to do it, please watch further. We're gonna go ahead and solve it. So because in the 760 plus range, we're not gonna delve into number crunching once we see this problem. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a step back and look at the problem, the figure, and see how we could easily solve this problem. So here we have a figure where we have a grid with a number of dots, and each dots are connected or placed equally on the vertical and horizontal axis. So from these squares we could create different triangles, and we could count the number of squares and compute the number of triangles. And then with that, we can easily solve this problem. So this is our attack strategy. So let us look at how many squares could be constructed from the grid. So on the first row, we don't have any, we can't really make any squares, so we have 0 here. The second row, we have 1. The third row, we have 2. Third row, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. In total, we have 13, 18, 22, 25, 27, 28. In total, we have 28 squares. So let us figure out how many congruent triangles could be constructed from one square. So here we are given a square, and from this square, we need to figure out how many triangles, congruent triangles, could be basically built. So let's say if we draw the diagonal this way, we have two triangles that are congruent to each other. When we draw the diagonal this way, we are again left with two triangles, which implies from one square we get 4 congruent triangles. However, we have 28 squares. So from 28 squares, times 4, that would be 112 congruent triangles. So the key word here is congruent, because we are asked to find how many triangles that are congruent to the red triangle exist. So from the squares, we saw that we have 112 congruent triangles. But we also know that on the edge, we have other triangles which are congruent to the triangle that we are given. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have 8 triangles on the edge. So in total, we have 120 triangles that are congruent to the red triangle. So this is the solution. As you see, we have not really applied any complex formulae on permutations, nor have we tried to play around with congruent triangles. We just applied a basic understanding of congruent triangles and counting to solve a problem in this GMAT 760 plus range. So if you get such a problem, take a moment to see how you could easily solve this problem without delving into number crunching and wasting a lot of time. I hope you learned something by watching this video. All the best for your GMAT preparation.